Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week one. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
The ball carrier.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
He's tackled.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They give the Chubb out of the gun. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there.
Ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
A loss of 7 yards.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And out. Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down deep.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Olivier Vernon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
25 yards.
That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mayfield finding Beckham. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Odell Beckham Jr. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this throw caught left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
To number 13, Odell
Beckham.
Touchdown.
41 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Browns 17, Ravens nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The return man, Chris Moore. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Peters on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Nick Chubb. It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd and 7. Mayfield quickly into the hands of Beckham. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half.
Brings up 2nd.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
He was covered by...
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph.
From the 27, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Olivier Vernon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson from the shotgun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mack Wilson.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This is out quickly to the right, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen down as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
For the Browns.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returning it is Moore. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. This offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
The ball carrier.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A huge play there on the screen pass. 66 yards.
66 yards.
Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's now
so much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Play action. Now Jackson. His throw incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, They frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Odell Beckham. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Landry the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Third down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Today's final score.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.